you know. He's so, like, he's very smart.
Is that his way of hillbilly manipulation?
Yeah, he's very calculated, but it's very clear. Like, I've watched it time and time again. Like, you have to decide his motive, and then everything stems from it.
As soon as the replacement process started, did you notice he went
Yeah.
and got
Yeah.
super quiet?
And that won't last. Like,
No, we would be stupid to think that it would.
Yeah. If you look at, like, who's caused trouble here the most, it's him.
Well, this is what I was trying to get across at the meeting yesterday before Rob, like, totally shut up. That whole banking system, I understand that it's necessary, but ask yourself why it's necessary.
Right.
We don't trust one person particularly, so we had to create something that already exists out there to protect ourselves from some people in here.
Yeah.
And that's sad that we can't experiment because we don't trust each other, or we can't trust each other because people have, it's stopping the project. Red single-handedly is stopping this whole project.
Well, I mean, there's been some ordering going on. There was ordering going on. It wasn't just Red. There was
right,
Josh
Josh
did it,
Bella.
Aaron did it, Bella did it. That they truly believe it's for the community, but I look at it as, like, total self-interest. Like, there's no, like, Josh's countertop, it's like,
not necessary.
dude, is that I mean, it's a great project for HGTV, but, like, is it necessary for the group? Absolutely not. You know, those boxes, it's a great idea to sell on site. Are we going to be able to FedEx those to people?
No.
Like you could a piece of jewelry or art that you can sell for $40. The FedEx will cost like $10. If you try to FedEx one of those boxes, do you know how expensive that's going to be?
A lot. They're heavy.
And then to, like, bring those boxes up at your, like, first meeting as the new leader, it's totally a conflict of interest. And to me, these principles are more important than anything else because they set the trend of how people behave. So, like, Amanda picked her cabinet, so to speak, or her advisors. And I think Amanda did an amazing job, but it was a total dictatorship. And, like, so then Josh comes up and he picks his advisor to be, you know, and it's like these
but they say democracy in front of it, which upsets me. I almost wanted to interrupt and say, Josh, don't call it a democracy. It's not what it is. If you're appointing yourself a leader above others, it's no longer a democracy.
It's a dictatorship.
Exactly. That's precisely what a dictatorship. I wanted to interrupt him yesterday and go, Josh, that's a dictatorship. Just because you let us vote doesn't mean it's still a democracy.
And what are we voting on? Your boxes.
Yeah, your subject matter.
And he's like, well, if we don't act on this skill saw now, we'll lose it. It's like you're being pressured by a salesman, and then you're pressuring us because of that salesman. Like, I don't know. I pay attention to that kind of stuff more than I do probably things that matter. You know what? Josh will do a great job, just like Amanda did a great job, just like anybody would do a great, you know, like, I think the thing I worry about is when that kind of philosophy or that kind of practice leads to trouble, which is what's happened in the outside world. So, I don't know. I think the banking thing was crap, too. I think more importantly, I don't think people thought logically that penalizing somebody $25 is going to fuck them over.
Oh, bad.
And
they only make $38 a week.
It's like giving somebody the death penalty. It's like, it's not a deterrent. They're just going to have to deal with the consequences. You know, I think, like,
if you hadn't been there to say, and that's the problem, we're getting real complacent. We're taking whatever everybody's selling. If you hadn't said anything, I would have been like, but then I realized, like, holy shit, that's a ton of money.
Our first paycheck was $38.
$25 would have, like you said, bankrupt us. But that's, we're selling too fast. There's not enough of us being like, hold on, wait a minute.
No, there are. I mean, Taylor too, like when we had that discussion in there about like giving our votes to the coop and then doing it out here, I was like, who's to say you guys aren't going to manipulate what our votes were?
Right, because I know we know what we voted for.
But we don't know. I don't know what you voted for.
Exactly.
So and afterward, Taylor was like, "Oh, I'm really glad you brought that up because I felt the same way. I just didn't know how to express it." So I think there are people that are constantly watching,
but nobody's saying.
But like, don't worry. I mean, I try to pick up on every little thing.
We're all just kind of afraid of being the bad guy and going against the grain, I think, at this point.
But I don't think Amanda was mad at me because I did that.
No, but that's why people are, at least that's why I would be hesitant to be like, yo, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Which is why I was kind of like, at least let me finish my sentence for tomorrow, because I don't really ever, like, say anything. But if I find it enough to go against whatever you're saying in the meeting, let me finish what I'm saying. I think it's like, I understand it's necessary, but I think it's so fucked that we can't experiment because we don't trust each other.
Right.
Too. Then what's the point of all this?
Yeah, I mean, the reason I wasn't totally against that whole system was, but the thing is like, I would have been more stern about it. I would have been like, you have to go through Dedeker or Mike to be able to buy, you know what I mean? I would have taken it to the extreme. So at least, like, because, like, people can collude, like, if Aaron and Kristen did it. That's what they did, you know? I don't know. I think the thing I always keep in mind is that it's not bad behavior or good behavior, it's just human behavior.
And I understand that, but it's sad that we have to protect ourselves against it or not be able to do this project justice because of it.
Yeah.
That's what really sucks for me.
Yeah.
We're doing the same things we do out there already in here.
Yes and no. I mean, out there it would be easy for us to each open our own bank account and to, like, you know what I mean? Like, for some reason we can't have our own bank accounts here, and it's because probably the small amount of money. Like, it is a little stubborn that we can't have our own bank accounts here. Or
even, like, when I came here, I wanted to see what society looked like without money.
I know, me too. That's why I'm not, like, I don't even like collecting money at the door when people come. I mean, maybe it's a necessary evil, but I'm like, how much money does this person make? Is this, like...
don't you feel guilty?
Yeah. Not because we don't have a cool product to sell, but just because, like, I don't know. Why? So we can build, like, a wood shop and we can have like, I think some of the things we're going to spend the money on, like, I'd rather take the money, like, maybe get a baseline of existence and then keep collecting money and donating it. Like, I think that would give a stronger message to the world than, like,
that's why
look, we got fur boots now.
Yeah. We have enough, like, Utopia is a perfect society because it's rich.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of textiles.
Yeah, because the needs are never going to disappear. That's what happens in the world. Like, now I need this, now I need that, now I need this, now I need that. And I think people have been pretty good. I mean, there's only a few people here that are, like, demanding things. I think people are pretty laid back, actually. I
haven't heard a whole lot of, like, extracurricular, non-necessary wants.
Right.
Except for a few. Like, clothing is one. People are like, I can't wait to have a ton of clothes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, who cares?
Yeah.
But that's why I really wanted to head up the philanthropy side of it, because the truth of the matter is, we live in such a faux society out there where, like, what you wear determines your worth, and I just wanted to kind of escape that here.
Yeah.
Like, you don't wear your worth on your wrist, you know?
Well, the only people that get rich off of, like, designer clothes are the designers.
Yeah, it's not the people in the factory making them, I know that.
Yeah, I'm guilty of, like, that. But it's so easy for me, for some reason, to depart from all that as soon as I came here. I just, like, whatever. I don't know. I think we're moving along.
But isn't it a nice feeling, though, that the second... Like, normally in the outside world, I'm heels, I'm shaved, I'm makeup, I'm hair, I'm dressed sharp.
Put together.
Yeah, but, like, in here, it's been so refreshing to not care about it, especially because nobody else does either.
Right.
It goes so against our human nature to care what we look like. Does that make sense?
Do you think
that the minute we came in here, none of us cared because nobody else cared. It's kind of like a chain reaction. Now, if a girl came in here,
all dressed up, which will happen.
You know, I feel that pressure to be like, oh no.
Yeah, it is peer pressure. I mean, that's why I always think New York people dress up so much is because everybody's on display.
Everybody else,
Because everybody's walking and looking and it's not a place where you go from your car to the it's everybody sees each other. So, like, people really, I mean, girls spend their whole paychecks on clothes. You know, like, it's a little crazy. I guess their dads pay the rest. I don't know how they do it, but, like, I think you're absolutely right. And
that's why I really wanted to come here and, like, do something completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. I mean, I just feel like we're squandering the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's because, like I said, we don't trust some people or ourselves.
Well, we don't trust the leap of faith, and we're not taking that leap to be like, let's do no money. You know, like, I don't know.
It's hard.
Money's a good motivator, but I think
we're
it's just
also
an endless
predispositioned.
chase.
We're still part of today's society, whether we like it or not.
And I think it's a good chase. It gives you focus. Like, look at this weekend. Everybody was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I don't think we did much different. I just think the public came in and gave us money. Like, I don't know. I think we have a long way to go, but...
Oh, we have forever to go. I just wanted to make sure that, like, philanthropy was included, because I don't like money.
Yeah.
I don't have any, and if it was even given to me, I would feel weird about it.
Yeah.
That's why I've had a hard time starting my own company. I don't like to charge people for my services.
Yeah.
I'm terrible about it. I'm like, oh, I got you. I'll help you out.
No, I know. I've had a few people that I've done work for, just friends or whatever, and like one was like estate stuff, one was like a contract dispute I negotiated. Like, and like I hate I'm like, can I quantify this? Like, I don't know, like, especially for legal services or for branding or whatever, it's like you're just giving your like time basically.
Yeah, that's how PR is. I'm really just like setting some stuff up for you, helping you out real quick. It's not like I'm building, it's not costing me any money.
Right, it's human capital.
You.
It's not like labor.
Right, so why would I charge you for that? Like, if we're friends.
I feel the same way, but...
I'm just weird about money, period. I used to not even go to my proms because I don't like dudes to buy me dinner just because they should.
But then, I like spending money, so I don't know. Like,
that's
I was like, you know, like in the same day, I was like, oh, no, I'll do that for you for free. It's like, I have to pay my gym membership, which costs $160. Like, I'm like, what am I, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you start to realize it provides you the things you need or want or whatever, then I can kind of, I mean, I did like reviewed like a book deal for an agent, like between an author and an agent right before I left. And like I did it in, I don't know, a couple hours, but like a lawyer like in New York would have charged like $1,000 for that, $500, you know what I mean? And I just like did it because it was a friend, but then I like had to pay for dinner. It was like $200. So it's like, maybe I should have asked for that $200 for dinner, you know? But
then wouldn't you have felt like such a dick?
Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird. Is it just self-esteem, or do I not believe in myself to charge for that? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
That's a good question, because I wonder why I have such a hard time with it too.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, 100%. Like, I've asked friends for like same style favors, like just a service, it won't take you long.
Yeah.
Like if I ask somebody to like, hey, can you real quick cut me up some lumber? It doesn't really cost you anything. We are the wood's communal, but if he's like, yeah, for $25, I'd be like, what a prick. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. You've seen it.
Yeah.